The following is a Candlepin Stars and Strikes rebroadcast featuring some of our most memorable programs.
WNDS Sports and Tri-State Megabucks present Candlepin Stars and Strikes.
Oh, look at this. Look at this! He got it! Ready for a spin!
Candlepin Stars and Strikes is sponsored in part by Washington Toyota Dodge Nissan. Looks good.
Looks good! That's good to go! It's a
Candlepin Stars and Strikes is produced in conjunction with the New Hampshire Candlepin Bowling Association. And now your hosts, Doug Brown and Dan Murphy.
Hi, everybody, and welcome once again to Park Place Lanes here in Windham, New Hampshire, and another edition of Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Doug Brown along with Dan Murphy. And as we do every year, we take 4 weeks out of our regular schedule to present our mixed doubles event, and we start that today with 5 teams ready to go. Dan, the bowlers, men and women, competed individually in the roll-offs, but now they team up in a very unique format.
That's right, and not only is it mixed doubles, but it's Scotch doubles, where they bowl each bowler will bowl every other pair of boxes. And interesting matchup. Both men has been with us before. Both women haven't.
All right, let's meet our 2 teams. First of all, our number 5 seeded team from Pennacook, New Hampshire, Kevin Davis, and his partner from Billerica, Mass, Glennis Mangano.
Okay, Kevin comes in averaging 123. His roll-off score was 686. And Glennis comes in averaging 117. Her roll-off score 572.
All right, so their combined roll-off score was 1258, and that was just 1 pin below our number 4 seeded team from Peterborough, New Hampshire, Dave Croumie, and his partner from Gardner, Massachusetts, Jan Sickenberger.
Okay, Dave comes in averaging 118, roll-off score 686, and Jan comes in averaging 112, roll-off score 573.
All right, now, as always, we do have our bonus ball contest. That comes up at the end of the program. We have $80 in our bonus ball jackpot this week. We've got lots to tell you about, and our first of 4 weeks mixed doubles competition will get it started right after these messages. Don't go away. We're back here on Stars and Strikes, and before we get started here on our mixed doubles annual event, let's show you how the roll-offs turned out. The men's roll-off was held here at Park Place Lanes. Mike Morgan with the top score, the only bowler over 700. Paul St. Pierre, Dan Broder. Dave Croumie and Kevin Davis actually tied for 4th, and we had to go to the second tiebreaker. Their high singles were 154. They each had a 154, so we had to go to the second highest single, which for Dave Croumie was 144, and for Kevin Davis was 143. So all that, just 1 pin separating those 2 guys. The women's roll-off scores look like this. Nancy Hunt, the only one over 600 to win the women's roll-off, which was held at Merrimack Lanes. Deb DeRocher second, Janet Pock, followed by Jan Sickenberger and Glennis Mangano. And so we combine the 2 number 1 finishers, the 2 number 2 finishers, and so on down the line. So there you have the teams, Davis and Mangano today against Croumie and Sickenberger. The winning team today will come back next week to face Dan Broder and Janet Pock. But here to begin our series for this year is Glennis Mangano, making her first appearance with us here on the Winds.
And she'll shoot at the triangle. 2, 4, and 5.
Yes.
And there it goes.
And which reminds me that with this spare, 1/3 of the way towards bonus money.
That's it.
$25 for the team for 3 marks in a row. $250 for 3 strikes in a row. And of course, each additional mark or strike, depending on that streak, is worth an extra identical amount. And a chance here for Glennis to make it 2 in a row.
Put a little pressure on her partner, Kevin Davis, to throw the 3rd mark. Looks pretty good. Oh, wow. No. Snapped right around the 8 pin. Thought she had that covered.
Instead, it's a 10. So 28 for the team. The 2 teams, by the way, are free to decide who will start the match. And then for the first 2 games, they must go in rotation 2 boxes at a time. And then for the 3rd game, they're allowed to change the order if they want to change it for a hot bowler or whatever. So a little strategy is involved a little bit later on. Jan Sickenberger also making her first appearance with us here on the Winds.
And before you people at home send in cards and letters saying that Dan Murphy doesn't know how to spell, she has a little too many letters in her name to get it all on the screen. So
we've just taken the liberty of removing a couple of them.
that's right. Cluster of 5 pins in the right-hand corner for Jan. Gotta hurry, waiting for that ball to break back from right to left and straightened right out on her.
So each team deciding to have the ladies begin, and the team of Davis and Mangano with the early lead.
Now the hard-throwing Kevin Davis. A lot of backswing, a lot of spin on the ball. Ball breaks sharp from right to left. And he's going to shoot at the 2, 4, and 7. Piece of wood next to the 2, 4, which he's probably going to try to sweep from left to right.
Really lofted that ball out there. A little bit too far. And the 9 box for Kevin.
And 37 through 3, as you see.
Mentioned the bonus money. That, of course, is provided to us by our friend Emmett Horgan and the gang at Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan. Come to Salem and save. Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan, located on Route 97 Main Street, right in Salem, New Hampshire. And the spare on the 4 horsemen for Kevin Davis. Second mark for the team.
There you see the 4 horsemen going down. Their second mark, all spares. And now our first look this week, anyways, at Dave Croumie.
Well, it's been a little while for Dave. Good to see him back with us. Seven for Dave Croumie.
Dave also has a ball that breaks sharp from right to left.
Still trying to find the head pin. If he finds it here, he could convert this.
He's got the 1, 3, 6, and 7. Piece of wood behind the head pin should help him with the 7.
No.
Maybe not.
Boy, not only did he not get the 7, he didn't get the 6 either. Looked like that would be a makeable shot. Instead, it's a 9 box. So the team of Croumie and Sickenberger still looking for that first mark, and Davis and Mangano have the lead.
That completes our first round and our second look at Glennis Mangano.
Working on the spare left by her partner, and this is the element of this competition that makes it very interesting, is you have bowlers leaving marks up there for each other, and of course with the added element of bonus money, as you mentioned, Dan, makes it even more interesting.
She buried that one in the 1-2 pocket. I thought she had a better chance of making that spare. Left at 4 and 7. And this for a 10 box, and it's not going to happen. Just an 8. So 60 at the halfway point.
Glennis Mangano from Billerica, Mass. She lives there with her husband, Joey. Glennis works as a family daycare provider. Does some of her bowling right here at Park Place Lanes, so familiar with the surroundings. Glennis has a high single of 186. Yes.
Clears out the 5-8. Benefit of a piece of wood out front.
Third mark for the team.
Horseman plus the 9.
Wow.
Pretty good effort there by Jan.
$8. Jan Sickenberger from Gardner, Mass. Lives there with her husband, Roland. Jan works at the Fallon Clinic as a manager of special projects and patient accounts.
And just shoot at the 5, 7, 8, and a couple pieces of wood in front and behind the 5 and 8. Got a chance here. Oh, it's got to hurry.
Oh, yes!
Just got enough of that front piece of wood. And that's always a relief, that first one on the board.
Nice job on that shot. The 5, 7, and 8 for the first mark for the team. Kevin Davis now working on a mark left by his partner Glennis Mangano, and the spread eagle for just a 4 fill. Wow, that pin almost flew over.
It was moving. Took out the 3, 6, and 10, and one of the pins started sliding toward the 2, 4, 7. It'll be just an 8, so it's 70, or I should say 82 after 7 boxes. Kevin starts right at the, actually his heels are hanging over the end of the approach. That's a good
there
ball.
it is. First strike of the day, Kevin Davis with a big, powerful ball, buried that one right in the pocket. Ooh. Dave Croumie trying to answer. That was on the spare left by his partner, the 7 fill.
And the 3, 6, 10 for 2 in a row. Chance for bonus money.
First chance for bonus money today. First time either team has been able to put 2 marks together. Dave Croumie, pulled that one a bit. Boy, he was fortunate to get 4. How often do you see that? He cleared out the 4, 7, and the 6, 10, and left everything else.
Gets that adrenaline flowing, and he just pulled that ball to the left. $77.
And now Glennis Mangano to work on the strike left by her partner Kevin Davis. Davis and Mangano, the red team. Croumie and Sickenberger, the blue team. Here on Stars and Strikes, our annual mixed doubles competition. First of 4 weeks.
7, 10. 2 pieces of wood in front of the 10, couple pieces in front of the 7. Going to play the one in front of the 10. Oh, she's not. She's on the other side.
Ooh.
These 2 pieces are closer to you. A lot more chance for you to move them left or right, but and it's a 10. Oops.
111 through 9.
Four horsemen right plus the 8.
Oh, yes. Great shot by Glennis Mangano. Spare in the 10th. Terrific shot.
You see the 4 horsemen and the 10 pins, the last pin to go. 121 plus this bonus ball in the 10th. And where she threw the mark in the 10th, she'll stay there and fill it herself. Off to the right, but not a bad break.
8 fill, 129. The opening game for Davis and Mangano. Fine game. Jan Sickenberger now. Just sliding to the left. Got a kick out on the 10 pin though, so. Target may make it. Yep.
Very nice. Spare in the 9th, 87 plus the ball. Trying to close this gap, leading or trailing by 24 pins. It's through 8 frames.
Just sliding to the left, just missing the head pin. 4 horsemen this time. And trying the outside and not quite enough carry on the 6 pin. 10 box, 103 for Croumie and Sickenberger, 129 for Davis and Mangano. That's how it works here on Mixed Doubles, Candlepin Stars and Strikes. We're back to tell you about our bonus ball contest in a minute. Dave Croumie starts off game 2. His team trailing by 26. The 1, 5, 7, and 8, and wow. Chops just the one right out of there.
You'd think he would have taken 1 or 2 more pins as he's going through, but nice 10.
Nice conversion there. Very nicely done. Dave Croumie from Peterborough, New Hampshire. Dave is the assistant parts manager at David Ford. Does a lot of his bowling at Bowling Acres. Oh, nice try for Dave.
Tried to get a little sidewall action off the 4-7 and come back for the 9 pin. Almost converted it. He'll grab another 10 box.
Kevin Davis now. Right in the pocket. That'll be a strike. No way the 5 pin would stay up.
It's actually 2 strikes in a row for Kevin. Last 2 times up, he had a strike on lane 31. He came back with another one.
Thin hit this time. This will be some fun.
He's probably going to try to catch a little bit of the wood and the 5 pin with the ball. Got a shot.
Oh, what a great effort. What a great
Excellent
effort that
try.
was. Oh. Probably deserved to make it. He put that ball right exactly where he wanted.
Well, there's a couple people dressed in red shirts would agree with you. There's 2 in blue that probably would say, I don't think so. Let's see what happens. Catches the wood, 5 pins goes with the ball. Sidewall action for the 9 pin, but the 7 pin stood.
Jan Sickenberger is on the head pin.
3, 6, 7. Piece of wood in front of the 7, so she may have a chance even if she goes inside. No, not quite. It wasn't quite deep enough. It's 10. 3 10s in a row.
Jan pointed out to us prior to the show that this must be a first, and I think she's right. Jan and her husband, Roland, are expecting their first child in April. And as we tape the program today, Jan is 5.5 months pregnant.
And I checked before the show, and there was no protest lodged by the red team of 3 against 2.
Jan makes the spare.
Nice spare it was, too. Utilized the wood to her advantage.
Glennis Mangano hangs on, hits the pocket, and hits the strike. She was leaning to get that ball to go into the pocket, and it did.
There it is. You can see it spinning, biting the lane, wants to come back, and finally finds the pocket. This time a little high. 4-7, 6-10, but take a look at the wood. Fortunately for the wood in front of the 6-10, might prevent her from making the shot. No,
great shot.
Got in behind that wood and was able to make the spare.
For the first time today, the team of Davis and Mangano with 2 marks in a row as Glennis Mangano puts both of them up there, the strike and the spare. We'll be back on Stars and Strikes in a minute. Both teams working on spares as we return here on Stars and Strikes.
Dave Croumie will fill his partners first with just 5. Looked like a pretty good ball going in the 1-2 pocket, but the ball is going away from the pins and didn't get a real good mixing action at all.
Nope. And the 8 for Dave.
$1-7-10, the high-low jack.
With a piece of wood, and maybe important where that stops, if it stops in play. An extra pin down there can help. Piece of wood out. That's actually not a bad spot, Dan, if he's able to get it moving. Well, moved it out of the way.
He wanted to do it on his own. He got the wood out of the way. Now he's going to shoot at the 1-7-10. And he'll probably make it. Look at this. Oh. And it's 62 after 6 now. Let's take a look at that last ball. Head pin a little light.
See the advantage there of having the double piece of wood in the channel. You're able to jump it out. All right, opportunity for bonus money for Kevin Davis. And there it is. That didn't take long. $25, 3 marks in a row for the team of Davis and Mangano. Strike, spare, strike.
See the rotation of that ball, and it didn't break that much. It looks, he controls it with speed. That time he wanted to break a little bit left. 1-7-8 and 1-7-9 and 10. And no playable wood on the deck anyways.
He'll have to earn this $25. Nope. They've got a great game going, though. 87 now through 5. And the 9 box for Kevin, and the team of Davis and Mangano threatening to run away with it here. They have piled up a big lead. Jan Sickenberger for the spare. Yes.
Very nice.
5 marks for the team, all spares.
3-5-7. Piece of wood in between the 3 and the 5. Needs a big fill. A little light. Gets half dozen.
The difference in the match right now, Dan, is that Kevin Davis and Glennis Mangano have the strike ball working. They've thrown 4 strikes.
It always helps, especially in this format, if you can throw some strikes up there. It's a 10.
Also, Dave and Jan had kind of a slow start that gave Kevin and Glennis a chance to establish a lead.
Actually left 13 pins standing that first 5 boxes. Well, that's right back in the pocket. Let's see. Once the 7.
The 7 and the 2 are both rocking, and neither one will go down. That pin rolling toward you will be removed. It's well out of play. It's interesting. Glennis doesn't throw the ball particularly hard, but when the ball gets to the pins, it seems to explode. It just seems to get a great mixing action when it does get to the pins.
Interesting here because she's got a piece of wood directly behind the 2 pin. That's going to keep that 2 pin in play.
Oh, yes!
Kept the ball in play as well.
Great shot. Watch the ball. Off the wall and takes the 10 pin.
That gives him 5 marks in 7 frames. She's in the pocket again, and let's see, it's going to come forward. A big 9-pin drop on that one. Already at 115 through 7. This to set up another chance for bonus money. Gotta hurry.
Nope. The 10 box. 125 through 8.
I mean, that's a good game anyways, but with this format, it's even more remarkable.
Dave Croumie on the head pin, gets the extra carry, leaving the 7. Dave and Jan could use some strikes too. They haven't thrown one yet. But there is a spare in the 9th.
No time like the present. He would love to throw one right now. Here in the 10th frame. See, it seems to me he's got to try to get in that 1-3 pocket. Do a lot more damage than that 1-2. Ooh.
Wow.
Cut the 5 pin into the 10, back into the 6, and almost took the 3 as well.
So that'll be a $10, a 114, and a 2-game total of 217 for the team of Croumie and Sickenberger.
Last 2 frames of the second game for Kevin Davis.
Davis and Mangano have 10 marks already. Kevin with a chance at another. On the single for the spare.
Said before the show started that he hadn't been bowling particularly well. It looks like he's saving it all for today.
I'm always suspicious when somebody comes in and says, "Oh, I've been in a slump."
Yeah, that trash talking. And they knock your lights out when they get up there in the lanes. This for 2 in a row.
Yep, 9 and another for Kevin Davis, and a shot for bonus money here if he were to throw a strike on top of it. 154 plus this ball. Oh, yes. $25 more. 164 for the team of Davis and Mangano. What a terrific string. 293 is their total after 2. We'll be back with Game 3 in a minute. Well, Glennis Mangano and her teammate Kevin Davis have just lit it up here these first 2 games.
And it's still flickering.
Well, they had 8 marks in that second game, a 164. They left only 1 pin standing. They had $50 in bonus money, and Glennis starts off with a mark here in the 3rd. That's mark number 15, mark number 14 for the team already.
Oh, it was a little light in the 1-2, but she's back on the head pin. 3, 6, and 7. 7 drop on the spare, and I wouldn't count her out on this one either, the way she's been bowling. Nope.
$8. Great shot at a 400 triple for the team of Davis and Mangano. Jan Sickenberger in the pocket, and look at the leave.
Wow, 5, 7, 10. No wood to help. Just going to go after the 5 pin, that's all. And it's a 9.
Don't forget, next Saturday, here on the Winds of New England, it'll be Candlepin Skins from the Londonderry Bowling Center. That's Saturday at noon, and then next Sunday at noon, week 2 of our mixed doubles series. The winners of this match going up against Dan Broder and Janet Pock.
Jan looked like the same ball she threw the box before and left the 5, 7, 10. This time she drops 9, gets the spare on the 5 pin.
So who do you like in the big game today?
Oh, I don't know.
It's such a tough decision, isn't it?
It really is.
Spare for Kevin Davis.
Ho hum. Just another mark. 15? 15 marks out of 23 boxes. Pretty tough. Pretty tough.
No luck on that one. Oh, who knows? The way things are going, they make it anyway.
2, 4, 6, 10. No wood. Gonna try to split them. Not quite. Heavy on the 2 pin.
And the 9.
Dave Croumie will roll on lane 31 and fill a spare he put up by his partner. With 6, 1, 2, 9, 10.
Mentioned the men and women roll off separately for this series, and then the teams are combined based on the roll-off scores. I want to thank Tim Chandonnet at the Merrimack Lanes and Ray Goslin here at Park Place Lanes for helping to coordinate the roll-offs for this series. Another spare,
yes.
Great shot.
Nice shot by Dave Croumie.
And we will get another look at that one, I'm sure, as we head out to the break. Dave was a little off target with the first ball, but he was right where he wanted to be for the spare. Terrific shot for Dave Croumie. We're back with more in a minute. You look at Glennis Mangano. This team has just been on fire today, and look at this.
They get that extra pin too. She was heavy on the head pin that time, knocked out the 4, and then finally the big break on the 7. Just the 6 pin. She's right on it.
Leading the cheers, Kevin Davis, her partner in the background. Just missing the head pin. Takes 6 as the fill. 1, 7, 9, and 10. Let's see. No. Need some wood in the middle on that shot.
Yes. A little help.
That'll be a 9. A comfortable lead coming down the stretch run here for Davis and Mangano, as they made it very, very difficult for Dave Croumie and Jan Sickenberger right off the top. Still a chance for bonus money here, remember. Jan is filling a spare left by Dave Croumie.
She's going to shoot at the 5, 7, 2, 5, 7. Piece of wood that could prevent her from getting the 5. No.
Oh, yeah.
There's an advantage, I think, of the women. At least Jan, she throws the ball a little easier, and it keeps the ball in play. Watch this. Right straight back with the wood. 2 in a row. Chance for bonus.
This is the second opportunity for bonus money for the team of Croumie and Sickenberger. Couldn't quite get that one to bend into the pocket.
Hang on.
Well, I don't know if that head pin going down was a good thing or not. Lots of wood on the plate. Seven, 9, and 10 for bonus money.
Just go right down the center of the lane. Let's see what happens. Oh,
no.
Not quite on the 10.
The runner-up team in this match will share $150 in prize money, of course, in addition to whatever bonus money they accumulate. So far, Davis and Mangano have the only bonus money today. They've picked up $50. Here's Kevin Davis. Kevin said his brother just missed qualifying for this roll-off. As did Chris Sargent, by the way. Oh, he's going to get it.
That's going to go.
He's going to get it for the
It's just
spare.
that kind of day. I think at this point we could put blinders on them, and I think they'd still be knocking them down. There's no chance for this 10 pin. Oh, yes, there is.
7 is the fill. Mentioned that Dave Croumie and Kevin Davis actually tied with 686 for the last 2 spots. Chris Sargent was just behind them at 684. A lot of good scores, close scores up near the top.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. You saw what Kevin was trying to do? He was too good right there.
Too sharp. Tried to catch a little bit of the wood at the same time, have the ball take the, oh boy. He had a lot to play with there. I don't think he realized he had that much room. He played that one quite a bit farther to the left. 102 through 8.
Go over 400 in the next box.
Dave Croumie off the head pin, but it leaves the 1 and the 7. And let's see where the wood settles down. That should help.
The team of Croumie and Sickenberger with 9 marks of their own, but all of them spares. They haven't really been able to bunch them together. There's a spare for Dave Croumie in the 7th.
Well, and all said and done, at the end of this match, you're going to see the losing team have a very decent score for this format. But unfortunately, the other team has just been red hot the entire match.
I get it. Red hot.
That's right, the red shirts. Tried for the diamond leaf. And it'll be a 9.
So actually leading by 1 pin in this game, but an awful lot of ground they had to make up. And the way Davis and Mangano were throwing, very, very difficult. So the ladies will finish it off here, the final 2. Glennis Mangano first. Again, she leans it into the pocket, and look at that, a 9 drop.
And lots of room to the right and left and still make this spin. But she's right on it. She doesn't need that wood. Spare in the 9th.
That's mark number 18 for the team. The fill is 6.
One, 2, 4, and 10. Wait a minute.
No, not this time. It's an 8 box, a 126, and an outstanding 3-game total of 419 for Davis and Mangano. That's a terrific score.
Certainly is.
Jan Sickenberger now to wrap it up for her team. And how about the strike for the first time today? Not quite. Oh, capping the wood and missing the single. $9.
112 through 9. They're at 329. Jan's got that ball now breaking right into the 1-3 pocket. 4 and 8.
Yeah, chance for Mark here, but got to watch out for the cap again. She gets by. Oh, and
that's too bad. Right on the object pin, but too full.
So that will go as a 10, a 122 for the team of Croumie and Sickenberger, a 3-game total of 339. The big win for Kevin Davis and Glennis Mangano. They were just unstoppable here today. We'll be back to talk to the two teams and tell you about next weekend in a minute. And welcome back to Park Place Lanes here in Windham. Candlepin Stars and Strikes, the first week of our mixed doubles tournament in the books. Doug Brown here along with Dan Murphy. And, sometimes it takes one bowler to kind of carry the team. Other times, maybe both bowlers are struggling. This time we saw a team where both bowlers were very, very hot, and it didn't seem to matter that they were bowling in a kind of a new format than you're used to in tournament competition.
Yeah, and where they can pick which bowler is going to go up first, it's usually pretty easy. Usually one's on top of the game, the other's so-so. Today, could have tossed a coin. Anyone could have gone up there. Like I said, you could have gone up there with blindfolders on. They were just bowling so great.
This is a pretty good accomplishment even in singles competition, but in doubles competition, Kevin Davis and Glennis Mangano today bowled 30 boxes, and only one time did they have back-to-back boxes without a mark.
Yeah, I think the folks watch at home, but they don't realize that once you bowl your 2 boxes, you have to wait 6 more boxes before you get back up there again.
All right, let's talk to both teams. First of all, a round of applause for Dave Croumie and Jan Sickenberger. They'll come on up. They will share 5th place prize money, $150. Jan for you and Dave for you. Line up and turn around here so we can get you on camera. Boy, they did not give you much room right from the start, did they?
That's for sure. They were really on their game today. They bowled great.
I hope you enjoyed your first time here.
I did.
I guess you've now given encouragement to all those ladies who are pregnant now. It's okay to bowl, and you seem very comfortable up there.
I'm bowling great when I'm pregnant, so I can't.
Maybe that's the key. Maybe you found the secret.
No, I hope not.
Dave, it's been a while for you too. It's good to see you back, although I know things didn't go the way you wanted them to, but boy, they really lit it up there right from the start.
Right from the first ball, they were on all day. They got the breaks, and we just got a lot of splits and couldn't hit the pocket enough. That's the way it was falling.
Well, we appreciate you both being here. Congratulations. It's good to see you, and we hope to have you both back again real soon. Congratulations. Thanks very much, Dave and Jan. And now Kevin Davis will try our bonus ball as we look for a winner. We have $80 in the jackpot today. The cash will go to our lucky viewer. Kevin and Glennis would each win a set of brand new bowling balls, and Kevin Davis is really getting it now for just a $5.
It's a rough crowd. Yeah, boos and ahs there.
Well, it's not a match for Robert Collins of Manchester, New Hampshire. Robert overestimated your ability just a bit, Kevin. He thought you were going to hit 8. So so for Robert, it'll be a consolation gift. Slide right in here close so we can get you on camera. It's good to see you, Glennis. Congratulations. And Kevin, congratulations to you. First time with us for you. You seemed very, very comfortable right from the start.
I was really nervous before, but but once I got up here, I settled down a little bit, but I was a wreck before.
So I guess the key is either be pregnant or be nervous. Both things are good, right?
I'm only one.
Kevin, again, both of you really were on today. You didn't have to worry about whoever was up there. The marks were flying either way.
Yeah, as long as she put up the marks, I was happy. I didn't care if I did or not. She was bowling real good.
Well, next week looks like a tough challenge, too. For your second match, you've got Dan Broder and Janet Pock waiting in the wings.
Mm-hmm. That should be very tough.
We'll see you next week, all right? Congratulations. Terrific match. 419 today for Glennis Mangano and Kevin Davis. And here's how it shapes up for next week. Week number 2 of our mixed doubles competition. As you see, our number 5 seeded team of Davis and Mangano, who just by 1 pin were the 5th seeded team, will now slide up and face our number 3 seeds, Dan Broder and Janet Pock. And certainly on paper, based on what we saw today and based on what we know Dan Broder and Janet Pock can do, that could be a terrific match next week.
It might be of maybe 2 full hundreds next week.
Wow, putting the pressure on. You heard it here first. Don't forget, next weekend, Saturday at noon from the Londonderry Bowling Center, we'll have Candlepin Skins. Back here next Sunday at noon for mixed doubles on Candlepin Stars and Strikes. In the meantime, for Dan Murphy and the whole crew, I'm Doug Brown. Have a great week, everybody.